Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again, live from OHIO Cincinnati. In a rematch from last week, a battle in the AFC North as the reigning defending undisputed AFC champions, Cincinnati Bengals look to return back to the Super Bowl, taking on the Baltimore Ravens in your 2022 NFL Wildcard Weekend game. Highlight commentary. And here comes, come on, Joe Burrow, second in the NFL in touchdown passes, a surefire MVP candidate, fourth in the NFL in passing yards since last season, also throwing a perfect 69 passing touchdowns, third in the NFL since last year, and the most accurate quarterback in the NFL since last year as well. But that hasn't come without adversity, as he's the most sacked quarterback in the NFL over the course of the past 2 years. But since week 8, they've been able to turn it around with a new offensive line unit. Opening drive for Cincinnati at their own 36-yard line. Come on, Joe! Looking towards his right, dumps it off to Joe Mixon. The sloppy Joe's able to pick up 6. Very next play, Burrow picking up where he left off last year. 19 sacks in the postseason. Come on, Joe! Not even 3 minutes into the game, he's already on his back. 3rd and 6, he'd showcase why they call him Joe Cool. Looking over the middle, got Tyler Boyd inside Baltimore territory. Come on, Joe! Burrow hands it off to Joe Mixon, carries it right up the gut. They're inside the 35, setting up last year's playoff hero Evan No Fearson through the upright, and it's good. Cincy in front 3-0.
You could have seen this video early and ad-free. Make sure to join on patreon.com/ChiseledAdonis, and you won't have to worry about ads. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description.
Back the other way comes Baltimore's offense, taking the field without their leader. Lamar Action Jackson, sidelined with a knee injury, had his Ravens offense 12th in the NFL in scoring through 13 weeks, but with his departure, they've barely been able to average more than 13 points per game in the last 5, becoming the first postseason team ever to enter the playoffs, averaging under 17 points per game through their final 6 games, and now it's on
Johnny Tyler
Hundley to make his first postseason start and lead the Ravens to an upset. Following drive for Baltimore, Hundley already on the move, looking towards his right. He's got his man for a first down. They're at midfield. 2 plays later, he'd showcase his generosity. He's got a man. Yoink. But he plays for the other team. Pass intercepted by Cincinnati. I'd love to say he never saw the defender, but Mans was staring in that direction since he took the snap. What was he looking at? Since he takes over in favorable field position, 3rd and 8 for Joe Burrow, going down the field, got his man inside the 35. Very next play after Jamar Chase moves the chains. Come on, Joe! Get over here! Burrow taken down for the 2nd time today. 3rd and long, Baltimore trying to force a field goal, but when Marcus Peters is in coverage, you can guarantee a completion. Chase moves the chains again. Very next play, the sloppy Joes connect once more, hand off to Joe Mixon. He's not going anywhere, but for whatever reason, Marcus Peters trying to rip the football out of his hands after making the tackle, leading to an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, an automatic first down, and 15 yards. What was the purpose of doing this? This man trying to dig into Joe Mixon's belly button. For what reason? I said it before, I'll say it again. Because of this man's extracurricular activities, I would not be surprised if this is Marcus Peters' final season in the NFL. 32 career interceptions, magnificent. 3 postseason interceptions, magnificent. 7 defensive touchdowns and 42 total takeaways, but this man is a complete jackass. Since he had 1st and goal, but a holding penalty backed them up to the 20-yard line, does not matter. They're back inside the 10.
About that last penalty.
Well, I didn't like the last penalty.
And so what will you tell your guys defensively?
We'll be fine. Our guys will be fine. It's going to be a hard-fought game out here. We're going to play a good game.
And Tyler Huntley with that interception, you said we might see Anthony Brown. What will that take?
We'll just see how the game goes, okay? Thanks.
Thanks, John.
One quick look at what John Harbaugh really wanted to do.
Bitch, don't start with that bullshit.
Wait a minute. I closed out 2022 right, winning over $2,500 on Underdog Fantasy within 5 weeks. I'd love to see you win too. What are you waiting
waiting for? Click the link in my description to download the Underdog Fantasy app right now. And to make matters even better, users will receive a deposit match up to $100 if you use my code. If you put 100 in, they'll give you 100. You put 50, they'll give you 50. You put 20, they'll give you 20. You put 10, they'll give you 10. If that don't sound like a deal, I don't know what is.
The Bengals in the period-colored zone, second and goal, first play of the second quarter. Joe Burrow over the middle, and you can always bank on Ja'Marr Chase. Finds his way into the end zone to give the Bengals a 2-possession lead. But in a shocking turn of events, McPherson would miss the extra point. The lead remains 9-0.
So I missed.
Ensuing drive for Baltimore. Hundley looking towards his left. He's got his man. First down, Ravens. Now at midfield, handoff to J.K. Dobbins. Couple blockers out in front. Picks up the first down again for the Ravens. Although they're in Justin Tucker field goal range, it's 4th and 1. You know Baltimore's going to go for it. They're able to move the chains and keep the drive alive. 2 plays later, the Ravens offense still building momentum. Hundley looking towards his left. He's got Mark Andrews. Takes it inside to the 12-yard line. 3rd and 5. Desperate for a touchdown because you wouldn't go for it on 4th and 1 if you're not trying to score a touchdown. Hundley cannot escape the Ravens pass rush, and he's going to be taken down for a loss of 1, but there's laundry on the field. Hill would be called for a defensive face mask at the very beginning of the play, resulting in an automatic first down, and the Ravens are inside the 5. 2 attempts at the end zone would fail. It appears to be destiny that the Ravens going to settle for a field goal, but not on J.K. Dobbins' watch. He reaches along the end zone, and he's able to get in for the score. The Ravens cut the deficit down to 2. Pulchritudinous execution. Maximum effort. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Joe Burrow looking up in the middle, steps up in the pocket. He's got T. Higgins at the 45. 2 plays later. Watch out for that banana.
I've fallen.
Come on, Joe!
And how apropos is that? That on that very sack, Joe Burrow would equal the late, great Len Dawson for the second most sacks for a quarterback through their first 5 postseason games. 3rd and 16 for Burrow, looking like he just got to dump it off because the pass rush is on his ass. Hayden Hurst got the directions to the first down, but he would not make it to the destination because he was chewing butterfingers. Fumbles on the play, recovered by the Ravens. Hamilton takes it away. Textbook tackle for the rookie and the fumble recovery. Welcome to the NFL. Well, I should say welcome to the postseason. Man played an entire season. He's already been welcomed to the NFL. Hot.
Oh my God!
Snap flies out of Hundley's hands, but somehow able to make a play, finds his man for a first down, and Baltimore takes it inside the 15. That set up a Justin Tucker 22-yard chip shot field goal through the uprights, and it's good. Baltimore has their very first lead of this game. We haven't seen a single punter, and this game is as even as it gets.
You need a shout out? Book me on Cameo.com/ChiselAdonis and get a shout out, birthday wishes, draft order for your fantasy football team. It don't matter. Book me. What are you waiting for?
Into the second half we go.
Well, Johnny Tyler!
Hundley shows the difference between he and Lamar Jackson because Lamar would have picked up this first down. Mans don't got the speed. Since he gets the football back and they're climbing down the field, Burrow looking left, got Tyler Boyd inside Ravens territory. When you need to move the chains, you can always bank on Ja'Marr Chase once more with the first down. They then move Ja'Marr to the other side of the field, and when he's one-on-one with Peters, you already know it's barbecue chicken. First down, Bengals inside the 20. Very next play, Burrow looking over the middle, got Hayden Hurst, goes into the end zone, touchdown Cincinnati. They regain the lead on a 19-yard Man Shins was touching the ground before he made it across the line. So on the very next play, Joe would keep it himself, go into the end zone to give the Cincinnati Bengals the lead. It's almost a guarantee every time you go for that QB sneak right on the 1-yard line, you're almost never going to fail. No way you fumble the football there. But since he's only leading by 5, so they take out their Uno cards and give the Ravens 2 for their mistakes as Burrow finds Higgins in the end zone, and it's a 7-point lead. Baltimore had scored 10 unanswered, but now momentum swinging back in Cincy's favor. Give me your ankles, pussy. This man J.K. Dobbins got motherfucker soccer tackling out there. Picks up a huge first down for the Ravens. 2 plays later, Hundley dumps the football off to Gus, ran over the Chiseled Adonis in high school. He takes it inside Bengals territory. Another 2 plays, Hundley can't just run. He can throw. He finds DeMarcus Robinson wide open, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. They even up the score at 17 apiece. And how fitting, he left Eli's apples in the toaster, and of course he got burnt for the score. Momentum right back in the Ravens' lap. 3rd and 2. Burrow's pass sails incomplete. Higgins couldn't hold on to the football. We enter the 4th quarter and the Ravens looking to take the lead. 3rd and 1. Hundley still showing off his arm. Mark Andrews with a sensational catch over Jesse Bates, whispering in his ears, "Hold my nuggets, suck my dick." 1st down Ravens in Cincy territory. Very next play, Hundley's gonna keep it himself. Nothing but green in front of him. He hits the turbo button, but Bates pushed him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Ravens. Play action fake. Ricard is wide open, but Hundley throws a bad ball. That would have been a walk-in touchdown. All he's got to do is put that ball 2 inches higher and slightly outside, and that's a touchdown for Baltimore. 2 plays later. Butterfingers! Hundley puts it on the ground right into the hands of Hubbard, and the fat man is racing down the field. Mark Andrews shot out of a rocket in pursuit, but he falls down. The fat man goes 98 yards into the end zone for the score, and Cincinnati takes the lead. Hundley thinks he scores. John Harbaugh is beside himself.
Well, shit.
As Hubbard would record the longest fumble return touchdown in postseason history. Here's what I don't understand. Why would you try to go over top when you're a complete yard away? He was nowhere near the end zone, and it's as if he never anticipated somebody would stay up top in case he decided to jump. Picard's entire responsibility on this play was to push him into the end zone, but Hundley decided he wanted to go airborne. And then on the return, look at Gus Edwards. Mans runs a 4.52 40, and he jogging with the game on the line in the playoffs. Mark Andrews trying to do his best Ben Watson impersonation and chase down Hubbard, only to get blocked in the back, and the referees ain't even call it. Some may argue the block came from the side from Bailey, but the mere fact that the glove made contact with Andrews' back should have drew the penalty. And take a look at the screen. The head official has a bird eye view of the block. There's no reason the return shouldn't have been called back.
You want to become an official member at Hold My Nuggets Incorporated? Head over to ChiselDadonisShop.com and grab your merch. Stock is flying off the shelves. Get it before it's gone. Grab a hat. Let the people know your affiliation.
Now trailing by a score once again, Baltimore looking to respond.
Well, Johnny Tyler! Fuck out of here!
Hundley sacked 2 plays later, 3rd and 9. The pressure forces an incompletion. Ensuing drive.
We going for you, Joe!
Nobody's blocking.
Ravens get the football back. They're still trying to do something to get momentum back on this side. Hundley's got a wide open Mark Andrews. He takes it to the 48. Then 3 plays later.
Well, Johnny Tyler!
Where do you think you're going? Come here.
Somebody call the police!
Sacks derail the last 2 drives for both teams. 3rd and 10 for Burrow.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Since he's forced to punt, favorable field position for the Ravens, taking over at midfield. They're already inside Bengal territory with 3:10 left to play. And if there was ever a time for Mark Andrews to have his best postseason game, it's now. 3 plays later, 3rd and 2. Hundley takes the snap looking towards his right. Hill can't keep his footing. He'd be stopped short of the 1st down, but the game is on the line. There's a little over 2 minutes left to play.
Hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on all social media networks, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Chiseled Adonis. Make sure you get your fix of all Chiseled Adonis content.
You gotta go for it. 4th and inches. Hundley's gonna keep it himself. Moves the chains to keep the game alive for Baltimore. But in a shocking turn of events, despite having 2 timeouts and being nowhere near the end zone, Baltimore's taking their sweet time and not hustling to the line to get a playoff. They wasted 40 precious seconds and they at the 28-yard line. Dobbins would spin his way for a Ravens 1st down, but now they're approaching a minute left to play. Surely they'll use a timeout. Me thinks not. They continue to let the clock run. They doing substitution and huddling up as if a score is guaranteed. We're now under 40 seconds left to play, and on the very next play, Hundley would fail to find a completion. It's actually nearly intercepted by the Bengals, and there's 29 seconds on the clock. They started this drive behind the 2-minute warning, picked up the 1st down on 4th and inches right at the 2-minute warning, and they decide to keep the 2 timeouts in their pocket. What the hell is John Harbaugh doing? The last 3 plays, he's made questionable coaching decisions. going for it on 4th downs rather than kicking field goals. But in this particular situation, clock management is all on the head coach, and this nincompoop refuses to call timeouts, and now he's got a 2nd and long with 29 seconds left to play with the season on the line. Very next play, 2nd and long, hand off to Hill because they're trying to catch the Bengals slipping. Maines runs for a pickup of 5 yards and gets out of bounds, but there's laundry on the field because there's a hold on the Ravens. So now consider the situation where you burned 1 minute and 20 seconds just huddling up and doing stupid substitutions when you could have utilized a timeout, and you're in a situation where it's 3rd and long from the 27-yard line. Very next play, 3rd and 20. For whatever reason, the Ravens aren't even trying to utilize a situation where they could call timeout after picking up a chunk of yards. Hundley keeps trying to fire it down the field or force it into coverage. Might I add, he's only looking Mark Andrews' way. And what do you know? It took 8 seconds left on the clock on what will probably be the final play of the game. Baltimore would finally use a timeout, but much to their chagrin, there isn't enough time to fire it for a 1st down and hope to call timeout to take another play. You can only try and attempt towards the end zone. So here we go, 4th and 20. Hundley nearly slips, launches it towards the end zone for passes. Incomplete, and for the 2nd year in a row, Cincinnati holds on in the wild card round, and they're on to the divisional. On the deflection, Prochet was right there, but he was 1 step too late. Shades of Gronk in Super Bowl 52. Maines tried to get in position, but had no clue where the football would land.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
God damn it! John Harbaugh's terrible clock management did the Ravens no favors as Cincinnati holds on to win in a battle of the AFC North and tell the Baltimore Ravens to take out their Metro God and get aboard the L train. But their ride would be short-lived because they've arrived at Elimination Station, and they go somewhere different for their failures of being able to come up with the upset of this postseason. Their failures of utilizing good clock management as if Harbaugh hasn't been coaching in the NFL for 15 years. Their failures of taking down a divisional opponent has them writing their names down in the death note because their dreams of advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs for the first time in 2 years, their dreams of returning back to the Super Bowl since Super Bowl 47, their dreams of hoisting up the Lombardi Trophy for the 3rd time in franchise history has been absolutely deleted.
There's only one thing left to do. Gotta write their names in the death note. Delete!
Delete. Delete, delete, delete.
Delete.
Delete, delete, delete.
Deletion.
You will rest in peace.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.